Hello everyone, we are here with Tom of the Swedish metal band Evergrey.
Yes, we are.
Released their 12th album, Escape of the Phoenix, the 26th of February via AVM Records. Hi Tom, how are you today?
Good, busy, doing interviews all day long.
Oh, really? Ah.
It's all good. Everybody's happy, I'm happy, so it's great.
Nice. Okay, let's go to the first question. I saw a video where you explained it didn't went so easy with the writing. Threw away some material. Is the making of a new album always so hard, or was it harder, especially this time for you?
Maybe that was an old interview because because this album was quite easy to write, to be honest, because we have had all the time in the world to write since we are in the midst of this pandemic. Even though we started writing already in November, December 2019, and we already were booked in the studio and it was already planned that we should record an album. So for us, this pandemic hasn't really affected us that much at all. So, but yes, it's always a hard work to write an album, but the times around it have been easier, I would say. So I would love to record albums like this every time because this is what I need. I need the amount of time as much as possible.
Okay, thank you. The lyrics. Can you tell us about the themes of the lyrics on the new album?
I mean, we came from a 3-album. What do you call it? Trilogy of albums in the same type of lyric idea. But I mean, at the same time, I've been writing about the same stuff since 25 years. So for me, it didn't change much. I would say writing about solitude and the essence of feeling like an outsider maybe before came from a perspective of desperation and sadness or sorrow or loneliness, but nowadays it comes from a perspective of strength and self-awareness and self-esteem and power, I would say. So in that sense, also this album, I think, really sounds very much hungry and energetic and powerful.
Okay. Your lyrics are always very personal. Do you feel like it's also sort of therapy to write songs? Does it help you?
Music helps me in general, like for any other person, I guess. Writing lyrics, I rarely think of the fact that I'm going to release the lyrics to the world, which is sometimes coming to me as a surprise. And sometimes I can be a bit careless towards myself and the people I'm writing about. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's like writing a diary, I guess. I really don't put that much emphasis on what will happen with the lyrics afterwards. But then, of course, when I get the fans' perspective and feedback where they say that the music is helping them, then of course the lyrics become more important in a different way for me too. So yeah.
Yeah, that was what my next question is about.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch the YouTube reaction section under your videos, you see a lot of people talking about your music saved their lives and helped with their depression and other issues they're having. How does that make you feel to hear a lot of these stories?
First, I think that you have to sort of distance yourself from that in a way, because at the same time as it's flattering, I don't want to become a person where that becomes the sort of motive for me writing music either. Even though I'm extremely happy that our music can comfort and help people in different times. I have music that do that for me too, of course. At the same time, me as a creative person and as an artist can't really step into that world of I can't jump down in the same hole as everybody else. I can read their comments and I appreciate their comments, and I am happy that the music and lyrics are helping them. But at the same time, I have to keep the distance in order to protect myself from the sort of grandeur of importance that music is for them. I want the music to be important for me, myself first, and then if it helps other people, it's fantastic. But I'm trying to keep myself distant from that in order to stay sane, I guess. because I don't want to be an important person in that sense. I want to make music for making music's sake.
Yeah, I understand. Can you tell us more about the production of the new album and where it is recorded?
Well, we recorded in a bunch of studios. This is one of the studios where we recorded. This is my studio. I recorded my vocals always here in this room. And then we recorded a lot of the pre-production were done in this studio and in Jonas' studio, and Evergrey also has a studio. And then for the recording, the actual drums were recorded in a studio called Top Floor Studios, where we recorded the last 3 albums. It's in the middle of Gothenburg, actually underneath a theater where we recorded a live DVD some time ago, like 15 years ago. And then we also recorded in guitar solos. Henrik recorded his guitar solos in his studio. We recorded some piano in my studio, but mostly also in Rickard's studio. So we've been doing a bunch of stuff in different studios and also mixing it in Denmark with Jacob Hansen at Hansen Studios. So all in all, 6 different studios for this recording, I would say.
Okay, next question. You worked with James Labrie from Dream Theater on the song The Beholder. How was that? I think your voices blend together very well.
Well, for me, James has always been there through my career, in a sense. We have also, in the beginning, Dream Theater was also the reason why we started Evergrey, because we wanted to sound and play like them, but we quickly realized that we, weren't as talented on our instruments and whatever, so we had to create our own sound, which was very helpful in that sense. So in part, Dream Theater is responsible for how we sound today. But at that time, James was also like the soundtrack of my career starting, in a way. And then we toured with him, and then we toured with or played with Dream Theater a bunch of times. And so he's been around in our sort of world throughout our whole career. So when we wrote this song, we were sitting in the studio for Evergrey, and all of a sudden this part comes that Jonas, the drummer, wrote on the keyboards, and I said, we should have a guest vocalist on this part. And pretty much everyone at the same time said, oh my God, it got to be James. It has to be James. So I actually wrote James an email. I mean, I wouldn't say we're friends, me and James, but we're friendly colleagues. We have met many times, so we know each other in that sense. So he just wanted to hear the song, and I told him about the lyrics, and then I could write the vocal melodies in the exact sense, and knowing that he would sing them as I wanted to hear him sing them, because I know his voice inside out since I've heard his albums for so many years. And then I could just adapt and do my harmonies on top of him. So yeah, I'm extremely proud of that song. It's a very nice, it's a nice song to have in your back catalog when you die.
Yes, I agree.
I hope that's a long way ahead, but let's see.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about the artwork of Escape of the Phoenix?
I mean, I had this idea about this poor bird being condemned to the same fate every day, being burnt at the stake and then resurrect the day after. And I figured that's how, you feel sometimes in life. You're stuck at the same position and you're not making a move, right? So I figured let's break this bird from his chains, and then that's what I told the artwork guy, who's called Giannis Nakos from Greece, extremely talented, Remedy Art Design. Everybody should hire him. I guess he's very busy now, but and he just took that idea and my words and my sentences, and then he created this extremely cool artwork, I believe.
Okay, thank you. You were doing vocals now for other bands and projects. You call it music prostitution.
Yeah.
I really had to laugh about this. Do you still do that? And where can people fill in their requests?
I mean, yes, I still do that. The thing is that when I started out doing it, it was honestly in order to survive, because we had had so many songs disappear from our what do you call it? Not songs, shows from our schedule.
Yeah.
So we didn't have any income stream coming at all, which was extremely difficult for us. So I figured I have to do what I can do. So I basically wrote, I did one YouTube video where I said that I would offer my services, and that's how it started. And I think I did, honestly, I think I did like 35 songs so far, and a bunch of albums. And people can reach me at my, my email is tom@evergrey.net, and then I will connect you with the management, and they will talk to you in the proper way, because I am useless when it comes to business, but I leave it to them.
Okay, yeah, it's a good idea for the COVID-19 times to do that.
Yeah, and the fans love it because they get to tell me what to sing, and they, and they get to have one of their idols on their own songs, which is nice.
Yeah,
and it's great for me too, because I learn a lot as a musician. It's great. It's really only benefits from it. So
yeah, too bad I don't have a band or a project.
you should start one then.
Yeah, and then call you.
Yeah.
Okay, and which song of the new album you are most proud of?
Can we have a pause for 1 minute because somebody's outside the door?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
No problem.
I live out by the west coast and nobody comes here. So as soon as you hear, I live far away out on the ocean side, and as soon as you hear somebody coming here, it's very rare. It never happens. I can walk here for 2 weeks and never meet anyone, and all of a sudden I have somebody outside the door. It's like, what the fuck is this? But it's all good.
Nice to record your songs then.
Yeah.
Quiet. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay, let's continue if that's okay.
Yes.
All right. On which song of the new album you are most proud of?
That's so weird because usually I have a clear vision on what songs I feel are the best or most important to me, like you said. But for this album, I don't, because I feel it's such an even album that each and every song represent the album perfectly, all of them. Even to the point where the record label asked us what songs should we do videos for. Usually we decide immediately. It's this song and this song and this song. For this one, we let them decide. What song do you think is the best?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Eternal Nocturnal. Yeah.
And that's one of the ones that they picked as well. I mean, I think for me, if the first song I wrote on this piano, actually, very in tune, was the song "In the Absence of Sun," and it's at least the song that is close to my heart.
Okay, thank you. How is it going now with Silent Skies and Redemption?
Silent Skies, we have, just released the debut album. Going great. The response is insane. We didn't think that we were a bit afraid of, the metal audience, how they would react to the music of Silent Skies. At the same time, we have ended up in many top 10 lists of the year in metal magazines. So for me, it's weird, but it's super nice, of course. Redemption, we have released live DVD, and we're right now writing music and gonna start recording music during the second half of this year, I guess.
Okay, and the last question already.
Oh.
What do you think of the Netherlands?
I've spent so much time in Netherlands, very drunk most of the times during my touring periods, but I love Netherlands. It feels like the Netherlands people and Swedish people are very alike. It's coming from, when you go to Spain and France, it's very different. Italy is different. Coming to Holland again, it feels like home. So yeah, close.
Okay, well, hopefully we will see you soon here with the new tour.
I hope so.
Guys, check it out. They will play here in Leiden and Eindhoven in October. Hopefully the COVID-19 restrictions will be gone by that time. And otherwise, hopefully you will be able to reschedule these dates.
Yes. Can't wait.
And I want to wish you good luck with the new album.
Thank you so much.
And if you don't mind, can we close the interview with a nice picture for the video where we put our metal horns in the air?
This.
Okay, thank you so much, Tom.
You. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Next
Bye.
time. Bye bye.